Jen.
Hi,
More
Alex.
exciting
Hi,
lately.
Yuri.
Hello.
Hi,
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 Jen.
Kay.
Okay, I'm
It's a
recording.
strong call
Sandra.
today.
Hiya.
What it is, I don't have
Noreen,
glasses
are you
on.
going to be able to record?
I am recording now.
Okay, good. Thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself.
Hey, Julie, do you need a backup, Yuri?
Hello?
Yeah,
I'm recording. Noreen, I'm recording.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Clap your hands.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
My computer
So
might
I'm not
shut
gonna
down,
worry
so
about
don't bank on
Hi,
it.
Diane
My
Lynn.
computer might
Hi,
shut
Diane
down.
Lynn.
We'll work it out.
Diane
We'll
Lynn.
work it out. Thank you.
Hi,
Thank you,
Diane. Hi,
Judy.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Jay.
Hi, Peter.
Diane, Joy.
Hi, Diane.
There.
Hi,
Hi,
Said
Jen.
it. Hi, Jan. Hi, Diane Lynn.
Joy. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Yuri. Hi, Bernadette.
How many
Hi,
on the
Dave.
call?
So,
Hi, Hector.
just
Hi,
so we
Hector.
notice, yesterday the architecture was broke, and today it's working. That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's just important not to take things for granted,
That's right.
and that's a blessing. And everything's working as it should.
And
So
you're a
that's
blessing,
really
too.
great, and it's great to see Yuri's mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that. Really
Oh,
cool. I love it. Billy.
Yeah, she's very magical. She can make things happen. She
Yeah.
can make magic happen.
Again,
Wow.
Yuri,
she
We're
made
going to
you
be
happy.
visiting a farm,
Yeah.
Did you take
Yeah.
her gambling yet?
organic farm together.
Oh,
yay.
wonderful.
Nice
Good.
Yay.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully after RV we can buy this one for healing center for everybody.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice. Yeah.
Count on it.
the if you haven't read the 101 centers, it's totally different. It's shorter, and it's been impacted because of Bonnie and Yuri and her mom.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it's
Thank you.
And in my view, that organic farm may become the second place.
Yes. Yes.
The other thing that happened is there's no way to do it without mastery.
Yes.
It's that simple. So as we grow more masters, then we'll have more places.
We'll grow more farms.
Yeah, we'll buy more farms.
Yes, we will.
And all over the world,
Very
we
exciting.
can do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
But that's really simple.
Oh, it's a wonderful
Mastery.
view.
Equals a new person and a new place. I mean, it's really simple. So I appreciate that.
You
That
okay,
would
Lisa?
be
We
big.
appreciate you too.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Always.
Always.
Peter, this is
I've been thinking all day about.
Hi, Alfred.
Hi, Alfred.
Hi, Alfred.
Nice to see you.
So much.
Peter.
You have news?
Yesterday on the call, before it ended, I discussed something serious in my life
Okay.
and asked about quantum and how to help heal my brother. Well, unknowing to me, because I had my phone on internet, I didn't receive a call, and my brother has actually transitioned yesterday prior to the quantum call, and I just want to let people know I appreciate learning about more in depth what quantum does, and I want to let you know I love you all. It's very
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we
yes.
love you,
We love you too.
Thank you.
Love you,
Alfred.
Love you
Thank
too.
you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred.
and the men give you love too. not just the woman.
Yeah. Peter, can I share something really quick?
Please.
The day Monday was the day I went for to get the results I was sharing about in the texting. So that day was a day because you talked right now about the new us, the new we, the new me, and from when I got out of the house to get the results and back, and I saw the result and I got back, I was alone. I felt that I was completely a new person when I get home. The not so good news, right? But and in the way on my way home, I really understood the destruction part. Really, because I felt I was being a part of me was being, of course, false beliefs were being destroyed, and then I really understood the function of the destroy that you add to the 23 profound steps. I did understand the first time, but not profoundly, and that way it was very. And when I got home, not only I felt like I was completely a new person, but I was looking at my mother and my father, and everybody looked new, completely new. And then I text you, and you told me new chapters of experiences, and it just was very, very aligned with everything I was feeling at that moment. So thank you, all of you, and thank you, Peter.
And love to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Nuno.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nuno.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. We are all starting new chapters or new books.
Yes, we are.
Okay. It felt more like a book.
Yeah, it is. It is really a book.
I get
Yes.
that.
Thank you.
And the book deals with your last time of ascending to masteryship, quantum masteryship. And then with the quantum masteryship, we go forward with our new book as Quantum Masters. There may even, in some cases, will be acceleration to mastery. Depends on you. But it's there.
Yeah.
So you can become a master before 18 quarters. 5 years is 20 quarters.
Yeah.
Normal mastery should be 18 to 22. So that's 5 years plus or minus 2 quarters. Well, it is possible now to accelerate.
Yay.
That's great news.
It's up to you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Brilliant. Thank you, Peter. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean overdo it.
Yeah.
It just means be more focused.
Focused.
One word.
Focus.
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 Because focus leads you back directly to knowing.
And
Yeah.
Peter, focus gently, not so focused that it can change to another
Don't
thing.
focus with your consciousness, mind, thought, brain. You all know that anyway, but deadly. Stay away from that. It's like-
Peter,
It's a good reminder.
I kind of think about being in neutral naturally. and in that state of neutral naturally, you know, my suitcase is empty from all of the baggage in the past.
Right.
So the balance is there, and as a dot, I just glide through the crystalline grid. And I had an experience this weekend that was truly amazing, and I've had a couple this year, but I haven't shared. And this last weekend, we started a project, and it wasn't going well. So I was like, "Were we supposed to? You know, what's going on here? Do I need to back up?" Well, logically, my mind would have told me to stop. Everything's going wrong. You need to plan this at a different time. But I was receiving, keep going. And I kept going. And the experience didn't only, wasn't great for myself and my husband, but for 5 other people who are really watching expansion as us, my husband and I, as a unique experience, are expanding. And he lost his ability to speak, swallow, use his left arm, and we were under a cabin, leveling a cabin. And we came out, and I started, you know, just not applying my logical mind to it, because I'm not there anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm free.
Right.
And so I just moved doing what came to me, which was coconut water, pink Himalayan salt, 1 aspirin, you know, those kinds of things. And he started doing some better, but I received the message, take him to the hospital. And so even though I thought, well, he's going to be okay, but no, take him to the hospital. So I left that entire group of people working down there and took him to the hospital. At the hospital, by the time we had gotten there, and I of course connected through quantum entanglement. I mean, immediately when things like this happen, you all have helped me in my life and in other people's life, because I work in healthcare. And when I request quantum entanglement and assistance, every one of y'all are immediately there. And Peter, I'm going to tell you, the picture that you sent out text the other day has already come to me about 4 months ago in a dream. I don't know where we were or what we were working on, but that exact picture was deja vu when I saw it. I went, oh my gosh. But anyway, in finishing what happened, when we got to the hospital, and my sisters that are close by, which are Jan and Deb, you know, I immediately reach out, you know, and to them personally, because they know more of me personally. And so I reached out to them, and we all connected, and we connected with all of y'all. By the time we got to the hospital, he still could not do things, but all of the testing in the hospital, MRI, CT, all of this stuff, could see no stroke, no anything, and it all boiled down to one thing. Guess what it was?
What?
Water.
Dehydration.
Yeah.
Dehydration. And it was just amazing. But the experience that the other 5 men had back at the cabin before the end of the day, when they got through with that project, they sat down at the table and were fellowshipping, and everyone's heart just opened. They started sharing stories, and love just poured out. And my brother said everyone cried, which is a cleansing. So
Yeah, water
that
again,
is
yeah.
how great quantum entanglement is, and being in that state of neutrality and balance and focus. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Thank
really
you.
good.
That's
I
beautiful.
love
Thank you,
you.
Sandra.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sandra.
Sandra.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Sandra. One, you're for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's pretty deep.
Earlier, within the last year, this is my second experience, but I had an out of body experience because I was hit head on by an 1,100-pound cow at a dead run.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And I immediately knew when my hips hit the ground, I meshed with Mother Earth and I felt the vibration. When my head slammed back against the clay rocks, I felt the vibration and I just meshed. And I knew that the experience was going to be, words can't describe it. Okay. And I didn't go to the hospital for that for 7 days. That's how y'all with quantum entanglement, okay, and going to quantum and quantum entanglement and that neutrality and that focus, you know, and just being open, not listening to my logical mind, okay, got me through all of that and connecting with all of my, you know, with my sisters.
Yeah.
Again, you know, and it was with quantum entanglement. And during that time period is one of the times, Peter, that you came to me and your face was just like that photograph that you took and sent. So it's been in a pretty amazing year. And I'm excited.
No.
It's forward.
Y'all are just amazing.
And,
just amazing.
I appreciate your sharing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
And
Sandra.
Sandra,
Thank you.
isn't that about
Love
the time?
y'all. I love
Thank
y'all.
you, Sandra.
Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra.
Love you too.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Love you.
Thank you,
Sandra.
Sandra.
Awesome.
I
Doreen,
don't-
what were you
I-
saying?
I only share with family.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Very powerful.
Yes. And Sandra, I remember that's about the time you joined the group also.
Yes, it was.
Right.
It sure was, Narain. Just
Yay.
before
Yes.
I had joined the group 3 weeks before that first experience
Mm.
I had.
Wow.
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 Very
Very
cool.
neat.
Pretty wonderful group, huh?
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
great group. Shakers and movers, I am telling you. Life-changing, powerful dots.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The no new balance, right? And out of that balance has grown love and positivity. So that's 5 words. Then, after 5,000 super cycles, we decided to go to multiples. So all we did is went from one body to multiple bodies. But there's still one body. But the point is, it's multiples. And the operative of multiples is magnificence. So every experience we have has been, every experience, not most, every, has been approved by our magnificence. So it's going to get to us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a tug of war for us, right? Consciousness, brain, mind, quantum.
It's really accurate, yes.
Yes.
And it's a daily tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for the meat of the 5 years, you're having a tug of war. I just love it. But if you notice, we now have riding in the dryer.
Yes.
Yes.
What's in the dryer?
Riding in the dryer. So if you look at the three groups, there's riding in the dryer, and that's pre-quantum. And there's riding outside. So you're not using anything in the dryer. You're using quantum.
Yes.
Period. And don't make it more complex because it isn't more complex.
That's right. That's my
deeper.
super talent. I used to make
That's
it more complicated, but now I know better.
Yeah.
But it's deeper, Peter, right?
Yeah.
Yo, much. Because, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as it is so that the complexities don't trick you.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Are we talking about a clothes dryer?
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. Pre-quantum is like a clothes dryer, and you're an occupant. So you're
I
getting,
wondered about that. I was sort of tumbling around.
and that's
When I
where
read
the
that,
mind
I was
and
wondering if we were tumbling around.
Yes.
Yeah.
exactly, and it's chaotic, and it's
Yeah.
not fun.
Chaotic. Yeah.
Okay.
Very chaotic.
But if you watch the dryer,
Ah.
but you're not in it, you're just watching, then you know what those who are in it
There we
do.
go. Okay.
And it's easy for you.
Right.
Yes.
It's hot in the dryer too.
And yeah, it is really hot. But it's a way to understand. So what are you gonna do if you realize you're not in the dryer? You're
Don't
gonna
jump in for
fun.
sure.
You're gonna be happy. Your skills are gonna grow.
Yes.
You're gonna grow as a person. You're gonna understand completely quantum analog. 5 things.
Yes.
Plus,
So that's
Peter.
a quantum
Oh, sorry.
technique? Oh, sorry, Bernadette, go ahead.
No, plus in the tumble dryer, it forms a load of static, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Right. It does.
Yes.
It can power you for a long time until
Had it. Had it?
Play the water.
And
Right.
you're gonna think
Be
deeper too.
the observer.
yeah, be the observer.
Right.
Be the observer.
Exactly.
Never-
Be the observer.
Never jump in the dryer.
Yeah, it's the same analogy as like quicksand. If you see somebody in quicksand, you don't jump in and try to save them because you're gonna die with them most likely. You gotta
Go get a pole
pull and go get some strong rope and
Yeah.
pull them
and
out.
some quantum entanglement.
Staying out of the mud.
But they may not want to
Yeah,
come
I
out.
see that
you
as-
know.
Staying out of the mud.
Part of
Never
that's-
getting stuck.
If you see yourself in the dryer, your ego is putting you there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Most
Yeah.
of the time, yes.
And
So
Yeah.
your tug of war has led you inside the dryer.
Good point.
Man, that's awful.
That's right.
Yes.
I-
That
It's
ego
not
tricks them.
necessary. We play that game in the dryer. It's not necessary.
Correct.
yeah, I'd like to share everything electrical with us. The mind, thought, brain, consciousness, ego. All of these only have one ending. And that ending is they die. Whether when the body dies, they die. And if you return to quantum, they also die. So there's no way to take them in to quantum with you. Gotta leave the baggage behind.
Yes.
And let's go to surrogate for a minute.
Please do. Thank you.
There is only one body. So it's pretty easy to understand surrogate if you understand that fact. We have one body that we share. So once you feel ready, you can be a surrogate. There aren't a lot of rules. And if you know the fact that we all are sharing one body, what's the deal about being a surrogate? Especially with a family member or a close friend. But not until you're ready. So it's 3 words that you need to manifest with focus. And those 3 words are surrogate, one body.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Peter, don't we need to return to quantum before we're really ready to be a surrogate?
No, you can do it at 10.
Yeah.
So, but it depends on you.
Yeah.
But you can do it as early as 10. That's why it is number 10.
Okay.
There's 11 through 18 behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And they, so you can do surrogate at 10.
Wow.
Just to remind you, when George Floyd was killed, I was on the floor because that was the turning point for humanity. And I still have bruises that I'm working in getting rid of from when Floyd, that was humanity, the turning point for humanity.
Even if it didn't actually happen, it was like they probably did a ritual or something about it. Didn't matter about that. It was it was the meaning of it.
And the meaning was, it was confirmation that we have only one body. And it's my second confirmation, not the only. So, simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't rush it. Don't use your ego. Don't be fearful. Oh, I got it. Because others are doing. Forget that.
Okay.
You will know when you're ready.
Yes.
And it is number 10. There are 18 total. The sequence is very, very exact.
Yes. Peter, surrogacy, can you do it before they are ready or ask for it?
They need to ask for it. You can educate them on it,
Yes.
but if they don't ask for it, don't touch it.
And don't pull them out of the dryer either, So.
No, that's part of the magic.
I love that. It's their responsibility.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's you and your magnificence and knowing those 3 words. Surrogacy, one body. That's 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Peter,
Do you have anything more? I can see you do.
Who's that?
Who?
I don't. Sandra Powell
Oh,
from
Sandra.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
You said when you said 10, you were talking about the
It's number 10. If you look at
of,
the 18,
of the nows.
pardon me,
10 strength.
Gonna be
isn't it?
18.
it's number 10.
Oh,
Sir,
now
Oh.
it's 18. I
Oh,
haven't.
sorry.
Now it's 18. Not
Okay, I haven't
it's
seen.
18.
I haven't checked that. Yes.
Upgraded from
Okay.
17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, he's okay now.
D.
Mac, he's okay now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fabulous.
Completely
Who?
okay. They wanted to say stroke,
Oh.
and they kept saying stroke, and they were treating him, and none of the tests revealed stroke. So we didn't own anything. He didn't take anything they gave him.
Good.
In other words, he didn't own the diagnosis. He didn't own what the flesh was telling him. He was there in the spirit.
Wonderful.
You know, he was functioning, you know, moving through our world in spirit.
Yeah.
So, and it's just that state of neutrality and focus, you know, and is just amazing. And you find that
Yes.
you end up, to me, is we don't function on the time of the world anymore. We cease to function on human time. And so when we start our day or we go through our day, we just get up and move.
To go a little further, it's your magnificence, that's basic. And then your spirit is derivative one. Like love is derivative one of balance. Derivative two is your soul. So it's your magnificence, it's your spirit, it's your soul. 1, 2, 3. It is your balance. What's the first derivative to balance?
Love.
1, 2. What's the second derivative to balance? Positivity.
Yeah.
Thank you for more than positive. You knew back forth. You get in a dryer. Stay there. But stay positive. Stay loving. 1, 2, 3. Right?
That's right.
So no new focus. 1, 2, 3. And then what do you want to do for yourself and for others? You want to balance. You want everything loving. You want everything positive. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bunch of threes.
Yes.
Question.
Peter, is there a difference between a quantum surrogate and a divine surrogate, or is there such a thing as divine surrogate
Yes.
and quantum surrogate?
Yes. But again, you have a mixture of truths and beliefs. for example, to screw with stem cells and doctors, well, what do you get? Well, a bill for 100,000 to 1 million.
Gosh.
That's what you get. So these
and a
rules
ticket back.
we're talking about, they are so powerful.
Uh-oh.
Does
Peter,
that help,
please-
Erica?
Oh,
Well, the reason why I was asking is when I had a reading or a session with Michael Eljon, and it was Ashtar who came through for 2/3 of the session. So he was there talking for an hour. And he said, I have been a surrogate. And he said, there are so many different kinds of surrogate. And I'm like, well, how could I already have been a surrogate? So I'm just wondering if maybe I was like a surrogate in divine, and I haven't been yet a surrogate in quantum. I don't know.
No, probably not in quantum, because you're simply returning to quantum. Ashtar is almost quantum, but he's not as quantum as you guys are, because he doesn't have the experience that you have. Michael Eldersheim is a really good channel, but he is not a channel of quantum.
Right. That's right.
And you guys aren't channels either. Your practice, you have a practice, quantum practice. And yeah, you're wrapping up your classes before mastery. But mastery is coming. Fast.
And Peter, when you say return to quantum, so when you say return to quantum, does that mean return to quantum as an individual, or we're returning to quantum in the quantum place, or both?
Either you're a dot.
So I'm a dot, but am I going to be in the quantum place when I'm returning to quantum?
Because you are picking up the 5,000 supercycles of quantum. So when you return, you're returning as the dot with so much more that you could say you're an expanded quantum, but that's confusing. Like the 101, the 101,
Yeah,
101. That's unnecessarily confusing.
I guess I wonder about the return to quantum, because I'm like, okay, well, in the past you have said we left quantum because we got bored, and so we created creation. So I'm thinking,
the
well, we
five
don't want to
level-
return to quantum because then we're going back to boredom, or has something changed?
Oh, the change is unbelievable. The biggest change that took us the longest to manifest is strength, quantum strength. The other thing we had to manifest is water,
Yes.
which has ice, water, air, plasma, and creation levels. we saw what happened in New Orleans. We should have had a 20 to 50 foot tall wave of water would have created about $1 trillion worth of damage. Wow. Because of us, we had none. Now, if you look, we're just going up the coast towards the east, right? Alabama, Florida. And we're using water to do the cleansing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that simple. So all of a sudden, we have Alabama and Florida and the whole East Coast. And we're doing it in a way that a wall of water would have been devastating.
Yes.
So you really, all of us are boiling down to water plus creation.
Peter, this is Alfred. I have a question for you, or actually an experience that I'd like to share. When I was I had been through a church, you know, like you go to church and then now you're out in an hour, right? So I was walking out of that facility, and we met a lady, and I asked her, I said, well, because we had learned about how important it was to be baptized. And I thought, well, I would just talk to her. And my wife and I were there. And so I asked the lady, I said, what is your thought on baptism? She said, oh, I'd like to do it. And, you know, I pointed out that there's a baptismal right there. It's built into the ground, and it's heated. And there's a gate around it and everything, a fence and a gate. And all of a sudden, I realized that I needed to take her over there to the water. So I went, I said, well, would you come with me? And so my wife and I and this woman walked through the gate. And I said, now I put my hands in the water. And I said, here, you put your hand in the water. And she put her hand in the water. And I said, everything you ask for in a baptism is yours now, right now. You don't have to be baptized. I said, but you probably want to do it with your friends and so forth. She says, yes, I do. But she touched the water. It was powerful. I mean, I can't explain it. But to hear it and understand it, you probably know what that was all about. And I thank you for it.
Well, and we go back to Ann's when there were 16 of us. And you were one, and I was one. Catherine was one. Yuri was one. Yuri's mom was there. And water became conscious with our group.
Yes.
And conscious water is much more powerful than unconscious water. And so we were all there and participated as anchors. We were anchors. And timing was so water is even more powerful as of that day than it's ever been. Now, it is conscious water, which means mind, body, thought, electrical. right? So it's temporary. What we're talking about is quantum water, because we now have quantum strength. So water and quantum strength can be combined. And what do we get from that combination? Even more quantum strength.
Yes.
Wow.
And so that's even more of that 18.
Yes.
And that's so beautiful. I was looking at that, and I said, well, everyone that knows how water works knows that we need more strength to just to get up in a foot of water. It's very, very difficult. So that makes immediate sense to me. Thank you. Water strength.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you, Peter. And by the way, it's been a very interesting hurricane season, especially in the last 2 weeks. There are like 6 or 7 storms that are in the Atlantic,
Right.
but they are all heading north. They're not coming towards
Right.
the land. The majority of them are gonna end up in the middle of the ocean.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
See, the reason they are headed north is that's where the cleansing
Yes.
still has to take
Yeah,
place.
I got that
There's-
totally. Yeah.
There's been enough here.
Yes, there has.
The number of named storms we were on, we're like double. If you look at last year, we were, I don't know, Jed. Well, look now, we've almost used up the alphabet. So we have to go to the Greek letters.
Mhm.
I mean, these are practical, simple points that are huge.
Mhm.
And it's part of being outside the dragon
Yes.
to observe
Yes.
kinds of
Yeah.
and connect these kinds of things.
Peter, I have a
So-
question
Please.
when you're finished. Well, one of the number 13 is you can recognize clones.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a week ago, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I was online. I was just something flashed up, and I immediately said, "That's a wasn't a clone. It was a lizard person. I forget what you call them. Is that the same? A reptilian." And then I didn't like what I saw, so I got off that page. But then my mind said, "You're seeing things." I said, "No, I wasn't." I went back and I'm like, "Yeah, she's a reptilian." And is that the same thing?
No.
That it wasn't a good feeling.
Yeah, the reptilian is basically evil.
I saw it in
Live
the
back.
eyes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, the head reptilian is a member of the Broad.
Oh, of the Broadmoor?
Yeah.
Wow. It was a lady.
And, well, he recently left the Broad.
Ooh.
Where'd he go?
He just trying to decide what to do.
More trouble
He
he
has
has
the money, and I've talked. It was a mistake from his point of view, wasn't from our point of view. But there's been enough here for me to call him and
So what?
to invite him to lunch. So
I'm
everything
sorry,
is-
Peter.
Yeah, you
Pardon
cut
me?
out.
You cut out a little bit, just the last part. You invited to lunch. Before that,
Everything is complex to convert to outside the dryer. We are converting to outside the dryer. Looking at what's happening in the world, connected. That's simple.
And Peter, we share what we are doing, choosing not to be in the dryer and choosing to return to quantum so that other people can see that that's a choice and make the choice, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the focus.
Right.
yes,
And
as an
by-
example.
And by
But-
returning to quantum, we are not returning to boredom or staleness.
Yeah.
We are now
Never.
an expanded dot with all the experience filaments, with the water, with the strength, and we're picking up the 5,000 supercycles of quantum when we say return to quantum. So we're not returning to boredom or staleness.
No, we are returning to fun.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's quite the opposite.
And
Yeah.
plus, you're not going anywhere. You still walk the earth and all the galaxies eventually. So,
Yay.
Yes.
That's right.
so it-
Peter, can
And,
sorry.
and
The
you know,
outside of the dryer applies to all 1,000 universe.
yes.
Yay.
Bazillions.
Yeah. And the zillions, which is 1 trillion times 1 trillion. It's all that is behind it that occupy.
Very cool.
That's a busy dryer, you know. So,
I love that.
you know, others can't understand where you are, and so don't expect them to pick up right away as to how and what you're thinking. It's beyond them, and it's up for them to catch up to you, to your
Correct.
level, and you can't force it on them at all.
no.
Exactly
It's a
correct.
choice. Yes.
Thank you.
And sometimes
Thank
it's very
you.
difficult with family members. It was for me
Oh, yeah.
when they were very spiritual people, but just aren't there where we are, and it's impossible for them to understand that. And so I need to back away from helping my children even because they just weren't ready. It's not that they aren't good people; they're extremely good people, and they're doing things spiritually for helping others. Both of my daughters are fantastic at it, as well as my son. But you just can't explain to them where you are. It won't resonate, and it can be frustrating if you allow it to be. And it was hard for me to release because I was so anxious for my children to be there. You know, it just yeah.
We understand.
We can all
Understandable.
relate.
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
Yeah. Time.
We're all going through similar things, Harry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
Maybe
Yeah, thanks.
And what is it that allows Julie? I just have to laugh. There's just no other way. If you jump back into the dryer, you're going to neutralize yourself.
Yeah. You're gonna
You
go
have
down.
to stay outside the dryer and observe it, and start looking at other connections. They really are helpful. It's that simple. But don't go in the dryer yourself. It's awful.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
all self choices again.
Yes, we have.
Peter, can I just share a word that I've been working with
Sure.
and ask you what you think of it, because it's been giving me a lot of focus, more focus. Is zooming in to some subject. It's
Yeah.
really allowing me to I don't know, to see the subject more clearly and more independent of I don't know how to explain it, but it's just allowing me to work more detailed. The more detailed.
It is a synonym, you know, for deep.
For deep.
Yes.
Have a deep understanding. Well, what's different between that and zooming? Have a deeper understanding. None.
Yes.
Word choice.
That explains it. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, thank you, Mimino. Thank you,
That's
Peter.
why he's the master of words.
It's like a depth dive.
Yeah.
Like you're diving in, in the depth of.
Very much so.
Okay.
All the way to the bottom.
And all the way to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom.
Mm.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but what
Diana.
about the depth charge technology, Peter?
Say that
The
again.
depth charge technology.
Yeah,
It's at
that's
the bottom.
part of that Tesla stuff, depth charge technology.
Yeah, but
Helps
how?
you go deeper. It's on the Daily Intents page. And by the way, the Daily Intents page, once there's going to come a moment where you're not going to need it.
Yeah.
Because the Daily Intents page is pre-quantum.
Yes.
And we all started
There.
as pre-quantum. But we've kept going
Yeah.
and put quantum back. And now we have a continuum from when we were quantum dot all the way to right now, today.
Yeah. QB, we're at 1 hour.
Oh,
Yes,
that went so fast.
Oh,
it did.
It did.
Yeah.
Good.
That was fast. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
by the way-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait.
Nighty night.
Have a wonderful
Make sure you also restart your phones
Yeah.
Yes.
and devices, whatever
Yes.
you're using
All
today.
right.
I
Thank
felt
you.
like we
Okay.
all jumped
Yeah, I'm
into
here.
pond
I'm
together
still here.
on this call today.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, yours, mine.
Bye, Yuri's mom.
Bye, yours,
Love you.
She's wonderful.
Love you. Yeah, she is.
Bye.
You are. You and Guy.
Bye.
That makes me miss my mom.
See you next week.
Bye, Bev.
Bye, Diana. Bye, guys.
I love